Hello everyone, so welcome you back to Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first Mtet channel. So this is going to be the last video for paper 1 English 2023 syllabus, right? So this is the part 7 of the video. So with this video we complete English syllabus for paper 1, and this will be the last video for this session, that is for the candidates who are going to write the Mtet examination on the 1st of December. This video will be the last video for you. All right, so let us see what we have. Internship. Now let's see textbook analysis. So in order to analyze a textbook, what we have to do, we have to see that first. So let's see. I believe that you are the candidates, or you are the student. You had been a student of DL8 or B8. So you have studied about B8 and DL8, right? So when we enroll ourselves in B.Ed or D.Ed, we in the fourth semester we come to learn about internship, right? In internship we have to do different activities: maintaining teachers diary, maintaining assembly records, staff meeting report, creative expressions, famous personalities, then textbook analysis. There's so many things we do, right? So those things it will be a kind of revision for us, when we go through this. So let us see what we have first of all. We have got textbook analysis. So we, those who belong to science background, we were given to analyze the science textbook, maths textbook, right? And those belong to social science background, they were given to analyze the social science textbook, right? So let's see. Textbook analysis involves a systematic examination of a textbook to evaluate its content, structure, and education effectiveness. So when we are going to analyze a textbook, we have to see like what is its structure, what is the structure, what is the format of the book, what is the content of the book, what are the educational benefits or educational significance, or what will be the educational effectiveness of the book. So this analysis is often conducted. Now who conducts this analysis? This analysis are conducted by the educationists, all right, the researchers, the curriculum developers. And why do we do that? We do it in order to find out whether the particular book we have prescribed for the school is suitable or not, right? Now let us see how do we analyze textbook with step-by-step process. So title and authorship. First of all, before analyzing a textbook, what we will do is that we will find out what is the title of the book, whether the title of the book is matching with the content of the book or not, and who is the author, whether the author is a net qualified author, or a PhD author, or a MPhil author. So we need to see that. And we will rely more on the textbook if it is if that textbook is written by somebody who have a doctorate degree, right? The table of contents. And then secondly, we find out like what are the contents of the book, what are the chapters, what are the concepts, what are the exercises given. So what will be the educational outcome, learning objectives, learning aims of the book, of the chapters that we understand, right? Then yes, see here, as I was talking about learning objectives, it came to learning objective only. Let's see. So look for clear learning objective outcomes stated in the textbook. These objectives should inform readers about what they learn. See, learning objectives means by the end of the book, by the end of the chapter, by the end of the topic, what are the things we are going to learn, or what are the things we are going to comprehend, or what are the things we are going to understand. Those things needs to be clearly mentioned in the box called learning objectives in the textbook, right? Then content coverage. Then we will see what are the different type of content covered. For example, in the history book, what are history, ancient history, medieval history, modern history. So what are the different portions, or what are the different parts, or what are the different content, from where it is collected, how it is collected, who collected it. Then what are the evidences which proves that history. So those things we go back in time and we learn, right? Pedagogical features. So assess the pedagogical features as diagrams. Now you see, science textbooks looks very interesting. Why? Because it has got lots of diagrams, lots of illustrations, lots of exercises, right? And a lot of examples. So that's why those who study science, we enjoy science a lot, because 50% of homework is done by the diagram alone, right? Not clarity and language. You know, there might be certain textbooks which has got a good content, but the language is very tough for the understanding level of the students in primary classes or in secondary classes. So we need to check the language of the book. Language does not mean it is English, Bengali, Khazi, Garo. It does not mean so. Language means what type of standard they have used, high standards or low standard or medieval standard. It means that whether the author is able to connect with the mental ability of the learner, the cognitive ability of the learner or not. Suppose in classroom, what do? In classroom, we try to explain to the students we go from general to specific, right? We go from general to specific, we don't go from specific to general. So generally we speak, then slowly we go to the main topic which we want to discuss, right? So it should be that way. So we need to see whether the textbook is able to give clear message to the learners, whether the textbook is able to use a simple language for the better understanding of the learners. So we need to check that. Alignment with curriculum. Now also, when we check the content of the textbook, we should see whether it is aligning with the syllabus, whether it is aligning with the curriculum of the school. Those things also need to be checked. Cultural sensitivity. Now you see, in a social science textbook, social science textbook is known social science is known as a social science because it is a subject in which there is a lot of correlation between civics and history and geography and economics, right? Relation is there, collaboration is there. So accordingly, it helps us to learn about the society, about the economy, about the geography, about the history, right? Now assessment methods. Now how are we going to assess it? So assessment can be done by quizzes, tests, exercises, right? These are different ways by which we can assess or we can analyze how much the content was learned by the students. Now up to date information, we also need to check the textbook whether it is up to date, whether it is a revised syllabus, when was it revised, it was reprinted, whether it has gone up to date knowledge of the content or not, like knowledge of the evidences or not. So the textbook need not be outdated, it has to be updated. So we need to see which edition does that book belong to. It should always be a recent edition one. Why? Because so that we get the knowledge, up to date knowledges, no bias and objectivity. Now this is something which we as author or we as researchers or we as teachers should check. Bias means whether the textbook is biased towards one religion or whether the textbook is biased towards one culture, one tribe, or one region, or one village, or one city, or one society, or one country. So those things needs to be analyzed, and what is the objective, right? Now user feedbacks, and also the book should be so open that it gives us enough opportunity to review the book, to give feedbacks to the author, so that accordingly they improve whatever there is the needs for improvement, right? Price and accessibility. The price of the book should be reasonable so that everyone can afford that book. It should not be so high, it should not be so low. The price of the book should be moderate. The price of the book should be moderate and it should be easily accessible, which means it does not mean that the book should always be available only in offline mode, but if as much as possible it should be available in the online mode as well, in the form of e-book as well, so that the learners can access it online as well as offline. Educational goals. Finally, we have to check that whether the book was able to reach to the educational goals which was set by the institution, which was set by the curriculum, which was set by the syllabus, right? Then what we have, see, now we are going to learn about writing reports. So when we were doing our B.Ed and D.El.Ed, we have done all these activities. So writing reports, assembly, annual school sports, school day, teachers diary, reflection about learners and their development or performance. All right, Writing report is an essential skill in our context, including assembly reports, annual school reports. So this thing, let's see one by one. Number one, assembly report. Now, what do we understand by assembly report? So, an assembly report summarizes the proceedings of a school or organizational assembly. It typically includes detail about the theme, speaker, and key messages. Now, every morning, every morning in our schools, we have got assemblies, and assemblies are conducted by different classes, different sections, and different theme is given to the students to prepare and speak on, right? So, some of them they perform drama, skit, then music, then current affairs, then singing. So different kind of activities is done by the students, right? So who, like, when was it done, what is the time it was done, what was the day, what was the month, who are the participant of the event. So all these things need to be mentioned in assembly report. All right, now annual school sport report. Now every year we have got sports week, right? Sports week, because we believe that scholastic area should go hand in hand with co-scholastic area, right? They should go hand in hand so that nobody is left behind. Some students are good at academics, however some students are good at co-curricular activities. So considering both this, we have to go ahead, right? So in annual school report reflects a successful year in sports. Our students excel in various disciplines. So as I have said, it does not mean that we all the students are good at studies. So those are not good at studies might be good at vocational courses or might be good at sports or co-curricular activities. So everybody should be given enough time, right? Now, school day report. A school day report summarizes a special event or activity that took place during a school day, such as a field trip or a celebration. Yes, suppose in a school we have Children's Day celebration, we have Teachers' Day celebration, Republic Day celebration, Independence Day celebration, Environment Day celebration, right? So what we can do is that in all these, all these events can be recorded in a book, in a school day report book, so that next time we know what was done, what went well last time, and what needs to be improved. So these things can be taken into considerations as well. Right, now, teacher's diary. What is a teacher's diary? A teacher's diary entries recorded of daily activities, lessons, and interactions of the classroom. So these are certain activities like which a teacher personally can record, what are the classes he has taken, or what are the feedbacks he needs to give, or what are the activities done, or what feedbacks needs to be given. All these things should be like, like we have personal diaries, right? So just like that only, a teacher can also have his or her own diary. Now, reflection about learner and their developmental performance. Now, type of reports involving reflecting an individual student's performance, development, or overall progress of the learner. So what happens, what happens is that, see, we know that we have anecdotal records, we have student portfolios, right? So, if we are efficient teachers, if we are teachers who want to go outside the box and help the learners, if we are the teachers who want to go outside the comfort zone and work for the welfare of the learners, we will need to put extra effort. And how do we put extra effort? We put extra effort by thinking about our students rather than ourselves. So how do we do it? We do it by meeting the students personally, talking to them one by one, one on one. We talk to the students, we talk to the parents, we visit their families, right? So we try to build a rapport with the students, a good relation with the students, the families. And when we are able to build a good relation with the student's family and the student, then what happens is that the students feel at home. When the students feel at home, when the students feels that this is my teacher and my teacher is doing so much for me, then I also owe to him, which means at least I should give good performance, I should be obedient, at least I should shine, at least I should prove that my teacher is not wrong by performing well in my examination. So this is the spirit a student will show when the students and the teachers, they are able to understand each other's needs, shortcomings, and areas of improvement. So as a teacher, we can always help our learners. So what you can do is that You can make student portfolios. There you can collect the information, students information. You can collect all the details about the student, his family background, his cultural background, his health issues, medical conditions, if he has got any, and his financial background. So all these things can be taken, into consideration while we develop our students portfolio, and as a result we can help the learners to perform well. We can help them, right? So if we are helping them, if our students are able to perform well, which means even we have succeeded in delivering a lecture or in delivering our knowledge to the students, right? So this is all in this video, and this is the last video for the session 2023, which means for the Mtet aspirants who are going to write their examination on the 1st of December 2023. So wishing you all the best, and I believe and I trust you that every one of you will pass out with flying colors in this upcoming Mtet examination. Wishing you all the best. Stay happy, stay healthy, happy learning, and thank you everyone for staying connected with Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first Mtet channel. Thank you.